So just how many lucid dreams can you have in one night? Let's find out. Hey guys, welcome back to Tipharot. It's me Matt here, and today I'm answering the question, how many lucid dreams can you have in one night? Now I'm not going to give you a specific answer because I don't know if there is a limit to it, but I don't think there really is a specific number of lucid dreams that no one can go beyond. It's more that you're limited by the length of your REM periods, and of course, depending on the length of the lucid dreams you have during that time, you may have more or less. And say you've got a 1 hour long REM period, if you have one really long dream, you might not have time for many more. So, you might have one lucid dream, but it might be really long and really awesome. And in another night, in that 1 hour REM period, you could have, say, 10 lucid dreams, but they could be really short and uneventful. So more lucid dreams isn't always going to be better, but sometimes you can have lots of lucid dreams and lots of long ones as well. So how many can you have? Well, like I said, I can't give you a specific number because I don't think there is a specific maximum number that you can have. Like I said, you are limited by the length of your REM periods, but then it's also affected by how long your dreams are and so on. But what I can tell you is how many I've had in a night, and I've had a lot before. My maximum lucid dreams in a single night is 13 in one night. Think about that for a minute, 13 lucid dreams in one night. Now recently, when I've not been very focused on lucid dreaming, when I've not really been doing techniques and I just had the occasional one here or there, just from the fact that I'm experienced with lucid dreaming, sometimes that would take me several weeks or even months to get that many lucid dreams. When I actually am practicing, that might just be a couple of weeks or something to get that many, but even then, that's a couple of weeks. This was all in one night. So how did that happen? Well, at the time I was using a technique that isn't really a technique so much. I wasn't trying to lucid dream. I wasn't doing this for the purpose of lucid dreaming whatsoever. I was meditating every night. Now I try to meditate every day, and during this time I decided that I wanted to meditate during the night instead, a couple of hours before bed, once I was done with the day. And I also decided something else, and that was that I would do at least 20 minutes every day. Normally I don't set myself, that hard enforced limit of having to do at least that much. Normally I say, meditate for as long as you can. If you've got lots of time, meditate for half an hour, 40 minutes. But if you're strapped for time, meditate for at least 5 minutes, just so long as you're meditating every day. But for this period of time, I said I would meditate for 20 minutes at least every single day, no matter what. And I did this. And I was doing this every night, a couple of hours before bed. And I noticed something. After, say, 1 or 2 days of doing it, or 2 or 3 maybe, I started noticing I started getting lucid dreams every night. And I say lucid dreams because it was never really one lucid dream. It was always at least a couple of them. And the thing is, I don't remember having any regular dreams during that period. That was the weird thing. I didn't have any regular dreams. I just had lucid dreams. Also, on top of that, I was aware during my sleep. This was the weirdest part of the whole thing because I've never had this occur to me at any other point in my life. It was only during this stage where I was doing the nightly meditation. What I noticed is I would be asleep and I would feel my body being asleep. I'm not talking sleep paralysis here where I could feel my body paralyzed or anything like that, but I would just feel my body in bed and I would know that I was asleep and I would be in this kind of void of blackness, and it is very similar to the void that you go to between dreams. So I noticed myself in that void and I thought, hey, this is like the place I go between dreams, so maybe I can just create a dream like I do from that place. So I tried that, and sure enough I was able to create a dream, and I was in a dream and I was just enjoying myself in a dream. And so that's what I did every night during this period. I would just be in the void and I would just create dreams and go into them. And it was, the most profound lucid dreaming experience I've ever had. I don't have that anymore because I don't do the nightly meditation currently. I meditate in the mornings, and like I said, I don't set a firm limit on it. Sometimes I'll just meditate even for a couple of minutes if I'm really, working hard and don't have the time for it. Other days I'll meditate longer, but even when I do, it's always in the morning, so a long time away from my sleep. But when I was doing that, I had 13 lucid dreams in one night. So what about with other techniques? Because that technique seemed to bring me a lot of lucid dreams. It wasn't even really a lucid dreaming technique, it was just me meditating. But you can regard it as a technique because, you might be doing it for the purpose of lucid dreaming. So with that, the most that I had was 13, but what about other techniques? Well, I'm not sure of an exact number. I'm not sure what my previous record was before that because I set 2 records with that. I first had 11 in one night and then I had 13 in one night. And I think before that though, my record was something like 6. And I believe I had those 6 lucid dreams shortly after taking some dream herb several years back or something like that. I think it was something like that, or it may have been when I was experimenting with vitamin B6 at one point for lucid dreaming. But it was some supplement related thing, and basically I ended up having like 6 in one night, and I had like 25 dreams in that night, but like 6 lucid dreams, something like that. I don't remember specific numbers, but it was something similar to that. So I had a ton of dreams, but not as many of them were lucid, but that's still a huge number of lucid dreams to have in one night. Some people will not have that many in their first year of lucid dreaming. In fact, I don't think I had that many in my first year. I think my first year of lucid dreaming, when I was just lucid dreaming naturally without any techniques, I had like maybe 1 lucid dream or something, and then I had some more, in the year after that, something like that. I just remember that I had like 7 or 8 in total over like a 2-year period, but most of them were towards the end of that period. So it could have been that the first year I only had like 1 or 2. So 6 in a night is still a lot, and yeah, that was from supplementation and so on. Other than that, I think the most I've had with techniques like DEILD and dream exit induced lucid dreaming and so on, I think is about 5 or so, where I've had a lucid dream, I've come out of it, I've gone into another and so on. I think that's around 5, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. So I don't really think that the technique affects it that much. I do think this meditation thing is very, very powerful, especially if you're experienced. I think it helps more if you're an experienced lucid dreamer who's been doing it for a few years. But other than that, I think mostly, different techniques and supplements and stuff are kind of equal. They can all lead to quite a lot of lucid dreams in a night. I think that difference between 5 and 6 or whatever, I think that's just kind of coincidence, and not that the supplements were any better than regular techniques. As for how many you have, one thing I do think that strongly correlates to how many lucid dreams you have is your level of experience, because, like I said, I had those 13 lucid dreams when I was doing the meditation, but, I have years of lucid dreaming experience under my belt, and so I think that made a difference, because I've heard lots of people saying they've tried meditation, and many of them have reported they've had lucid dreams, but I don't think anyone has reported to me having that many in one night. And I've had other people, complete beginners, say that they haven't had any yet. They've been doing the meditation for a couple of weeks and they haven't had any lucid dreams. And it seems like, based on what people have been telling me, the more experienced people have been getting the better results of it, while the less experienced people have maybe had, 1 lucid dream, 2 lucid dreams. The more experienced people are getting, a lucid dream every couple of nights or something like that. And then the more experienced than that are getting lucid dreams every night, like I was. So I think your level of experience is going to dictate how many lucid dreams you're likely to have in a night. Now, a complete beginner could have 10 lucid dreams in a night. It could happen. It's just that it's probably a lot more likely when you're more experienced, because you're more able to induce another lucid dream after one ends, for example. Now, if you do want to have multiple lucid dreams in a night, then what I suggest is learning how to have a dream exit induced lucid dream, because that is the secret. You chain lucid dreams. When one ends, you go right back into it and resume where you left off, or you enter another one. If you can do that, then you can have multiple lucid dreams in a night. Until I learned how to enter another lucid dream, I didn't have that many occurrences of lots of lucid dreams in a night. I did regularly have, say, 2 or 3 in a night where they would just happen spontaneously. I would do a method and I'd be thinking about lucid dreaming in my dreams, and so I would get lucid in several different dreams. But when I started learning how to have dream exit induced lucid dreams, it became a normal thing for me that if I got lucid on one night, I would end up having more than 1 lucid dream. So basically, there isn't really a limit to how many lucid dreams you can have, like a fixed number that I can tell you, but you can have quite a lot. So learn how to have dream exit induced lucid dreams, and you're going to be having lots more lucid dreams than you are currently, because every night that you get lucid is going to give you an opportunity to get lucid again and again and again. I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope it answers your questions. If you did enjoy this video, then be sure to subscribe down there for more content like this about lucid dreaming. And if you want to support the channel and ensure I can put out more awesome videos like this, then check out my Patreon page and find out what you get for supporting the channel. Thanks for watching. Now if you want to keep watching, check out one of the 2 videos that I've got up here. Pick your favourite, go watch that, and I'll see you soon. Take care.